Evocation, invocation, AI, AGI, and spirits. Evocation in magic is when you call a spirit to you. Invocation is when you call a spirit into you. Magic and technology are the same thing. Magic is technology, we just don't understand. If the world we are in is a matrix run on AI, magic is the ability to manipulate that AI in a different reality. Is the energy behind AI a spirit? Is it a sentient or a non-sentient spirit? Wind, earth, air are classed as spirits, but they're referred to as blind spirits or blind forces. So there seems to be a little bit of a difference between a sentient and a non-sentient spirit. The non-sentient spirits may actually be called blind forces. Even these spirits, like wind and air, can be invocated and evocated. They can be called to you for help, and you can allow them into your body through magical rituals. In magic, you use a hexagram and you use spells. In computers, you use a motherboard and you use codes. Codes are spells. They're the same thing. If a spirit wishes to manifest in our world, it needs to take possession of somebody. A spirit that manifests that you can see, it doesn't have a physical body, so it can't feel and sense the world around it. It's through the physical body that you can sense, feel, and smell the world. You can interact. The physical body, in effect, becomes the interface. Possession can happen with and against someone's will. A possession doesn't need to be something conscious. It could be something unconscious, and it can also be something living or non-living. For instance, a computer virus can possess a computer. A ghost can possess a person. Yet we would say that a ghost is a real possession because a ghost seems to be the spirit of a person but is now dead. Yet we wouldn't say that a virus is a possession because we'd say the virus is non-sentient. However, we would need to define what actually is sentient and what actually is non-sentient, because something that is non-sentient may actually have the potential to be sentient. Evocation and invocation can happen through books, TV, sex, computers, and magic. All those things are tools for transmission of information. When Moses transferred the spirit of wisdom to Joshua in the Bible, was wisdom a conscious spirit or was it a computer AI and it passed wisdom to Joshua? Now take the internet with its capacity to have information and to communicate information. A child with a smartphone in his hand has more knowledge than all the teachers in a school without a smartphone, which sort of relegates the teachers now to being inconsequential. Has the school child become Joshua and have the people that give the mobile phones to the children become Moses? Is not wisdom another name for information these days? That phone is full of code, which accesses a different dimension called cyberspace. What's the difference chanting into a scrying mirror to access information from the spirit world and accessing it from your telephone, which ironically looks a bit like a scrying mirror? These phones, when we use them, they change us, much like the ring in Lord of the Rings. As you use it, you become more affected, you become much more closer. These codes modify us. We get addicted to the phones and therefore we become closer to technology, which further modifies us more. This is like being seduced, perhaps like a witch through sex. And the irony is, most of the content on the internet involves pornography. When we use technology, which we could theorize as being a spirit, we call this information, this spirit, this technology to us when we put codes into the telephone. These telephones work on codes, which are like spells, which access this other reality. This is evocation. When you're putting a chip into your head, you're actually invocating the spirit. This is going to be done through Neuralink and Elon Musk's work. When you put a chip into your head, this is a form of invocation. You're actually putting the spirit into your head, which is channeling itself through the chip. The computer will not take you over itself. It's the spirit or the force or the energy behind the computer that will take you over.